Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in Study Secret tip number 58. And this is the use of mnemonics and memory aids. Mnemonics help link new information to familiar cues through acronyms and rhymes. The example is PEMDAS for math order of operations. Visual imagery and stories can also aid recall, and creative connections make memory stronger. Now, the word PEMDAS, if you remember it, then you know that when you are faced with a mathematical equation or a formula to solve, then it tells you the order in which you must solve that problem. So this is the order in which the mathematical equation can be solved. So when you remember PEMDAS, it tells you, PEMDAS states you first solve the ones in the parentheses, then you do the exponents, then the multiplication, then the division, then the addition, and finally the subtraction. So that gives you the sequence. If you do not follow the sequence, you're not going to get that answer correct. You're going to fail that formula. So remember, if you want to know the sequence and how to solve a formula, complicated formula, P stands, you first solve the parentheses, what's inside the parentheses, then the exponents, then the multiplication, then the division, then the addition, and the subtraction. So you just have to remember PEMDAS, and then you get your 100% for that question, right? So that's used to solve mathematical expressions. To ensure a single correct answer, calculations are performed in this specific sequence. First, the operations that are done inside the parentheses or the brackets or other grouping symbols. Then it is the exponents. Then it is the multiplication and division from left to right. And finally, the addition and subtraction from left to right. The PEMDAS rule explained. P stands for parentheses or grouping symbols. Simplify any calculations inside the parentheses first, the brackets or other grouping symbols first. This must be done first. First. Then you start with the exponents. Calculate any exponents or powers next. All of these next point. Then you do your multiplication and division, all multiplication and division from left to right in the order that they appear. And finally, you then do your addition and subtraction, right? So you remember this rule. This is known as a mnemonic or an acronym, and this way there it makes your task easier, and then it is easy for you to solve that mathematical problem. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.